Okay, let's begin with the topic capacitors and capacitance. To understand capacitance, let's consider two conducting plates, also known as conductors or set of conductors. So this is my first conducting plate which has positive charge, and has potential V1. This is my second conducting plate which has negative charge and potential V2. So because of this positive and negative charge, an electric field is set between the conducting plates, and the direction of the electric field is from positive to negative. So whatever electric field is set between the conducting fields is directly proportional to the charge. Now, what is the potential difference between the plates? Let V be the potential difference, and that is V1 minus V2. Now, this potential difference is nothing but work done. Work done in what? Work done in moving unit positive test charge from negative, that is from, this is your second conductor and this is your first conductor, from second conductor to first conductor. That is your work done and that is your potential difference. So here we can notice that the work done is opposite to, okay, let me write from conductor 2 to 1. So here the work done is against the electric field inside the conductor, against electric field between the conductors, See, the electric field is from 1 to 2, from positive to negative, and we are doing a work that is nothing but potential difference. That work done is nothing but potential difference which is against the electric field between the conductors. And what is the work done? We are moving unit positive charge from second conductor to first conductor. And this work done or this potential difference is directly proportional to the charge. And when you see the ratio of it, that is Q upon V, then that is a constant. That constant is nothing but, this constant is nothing but capacitance of capacitor, denoted by capital C. So I can write Q upon V is the capacitance of the capacitor. This capacitance depends on size of the two conductors. Can be 1 mark question. Second thing, shape of the conductors. And third thing, that is the separation between the two conductors. Separation of the system of two conductors. You can also write it as separation between two conductors. Okay, now let's look for SI unit of your capacitance. SI unit of capacitance. SI unit of capacitance is farad. And dimension is, again this can be asked in 1 mark question or in your MCQ. M minus 1, L minus 2, T raised to 4, A raised to 2. 1 farad is equal to 1 coulomb or 1 volt. Now, mostly used units are, instead of farad, we use it in smaller quantity, that is 1 microfarad, 1 nanofarad, 1 picofarad. 1 microfarad is nothing but 10 raised to minus 6 farad. Instead of 1 farad, we use 10 raised to minus 6 farad, means in laboratories and in industries it is 10 raised to minus 6 farad, 10 raised to minus 9 farad, and 10 raised to minus 12 farad. 1 farad capacitance is not generally used in a wide range. So hope you understood capacitance and capacitors. Next topic is uses of capacitors. Okay, we have seen the capacitance, that is charge upon the potential. So let's consider a metal plate, conducting plate, or a conductor. P1 having charge, positive charge on it, and let V be the potential of it, and then the capacity of this conducting plate or conductor will be charge upon the potential V. Now, if another insulated metal, let me call it as, or insulated plate P2 is brought and kept near P1, then by induction on this side is nearer to the positive charges on the plate. So on this side, that is nearer to my plate P1, negative charges will develop and equal number of positive charges will develop on the farther side of the plate P1. So if you see, this side is far from plate P1, so on this side positive charges will develop and the number of positive charges will be equal to the number of negative charges developed on the nearer side of plate P1. कितने पॉजिटिव चार्ज डेवलप होंगे? जितने नेगेटिव चार्जेस डेवलप हुए. यहाँ नेगेटिव चार्ज क्यों डेवलप हुए? बिकॉज दिस साइड और दिस फेस ऑफ P2 is near to P1 and this face of P2 is far from P1. Okay. Now these are induced negative charges. We will study about them, and these are induced positive charges. They are induced by induction when we have kept this insulated metal plate near P1. Now this induced negative charges will reduce potential of P1. Negative charges will reduce potential of P1 and induced positive charges will raise potential of P1. Now if I will ground this side, means the positive side of plate P2, then this positive charges, as this positive charges, induced positive charges are free, they will flow to the earth. Grounding means we are connecting that side to the earth. So these positive charges are free, they will flow to the earth. What about negative charges? Induced negative charges, they won't flow to the earth as they are connected to positive charges on plate P1. They are bound to positive charges on plate P1. So they won't flow to earth. Means they will stay on plate P2. And by this, means due to this, the potential of P2 reduces greatly. Why? Now it has just negative charges, so its potential will reduce. Earlier it has two charges, positive and negative. Now positive has flown to the earth, only negative charges are left. Of course its potential will reduce. Charges have left him. So what will be the net potential of the system, of this system? When one plate is positive, another plate has negative charges, and this positive and negative charges are bound to each other, and the next side of the plate P2 is connected to the ground. So the net potential of system will be V minus V1. V minus V1. So the new capacity of the system. Earlier we have seen just the capacity of this plate. Now we are looking for the capacity of the system. So the capacity of the system will be charge upon the potential. Potential of the system is V minus V1. Potential and capacity are inversely proportional. If capacity increases, potential will decrease. Here the potential has reduced. See, earlier it was when we had just one plate, the potential was V. And now when we have the whole system, the potential is reduced. Something is reduced, something is removed from V. Suppose V is 10, so we are subtracting something from 10 in this case. Means the potential is decreased as compared to this potential. So of course the capacity will increase. So therefore, can I say C2 is more as compared to C1? Means when we had just one plate, the capacity was less as compared to the whole system. This whole system has capacity C2. So C2, that is the capacity of the whole system, is greater than the capacity of just one plate. And this system is known as capacitor. This type of arrangement is known as capacitor when we have one plate and another plate identical to P1 is kept near it. Other side means other face of the plate, that should be earth. Then that system becomes a capacitor. Of course, this side is positive and this side is negative. So this becomes a capacitor. The symbol for capacitor is this. Now if the capacitor is plain, then it is parallel plate capacitor, known as parallel plate capacitor. There are various type of capacitors: spherical capacitor, cylindrical capacitor, and the name of these capacitors like spherical, cylindrical is based on the shape of the capacitor. Okay, hope you understood what is capacitor. Now coming to the potential, V is the potential of plate P1 and V1 is the potential of plate P2. Okay, after it gets grounded, then it has potential V1. It has just negative charges left on it, that is minus Q, because positive charges flows to the earth. So when now just only negative charges are left on it, when it gets grounded or it gets earth, positive charges flow to the earth, only negative charges are left on plate P2. So it has potential V1 and minus charge is the charge of plate P2. In that case, what will be the net potential? Of course, V minus V1 of the whole system that I have written over here.